Hello, class. Hope you all are having a good week. This post is going to be a lot better than my last one. Um, this questions that we had this week were pretty much right up my alley as far as my experience goes in data collection. When we were asked about the chapter from Robler and Hughes about all their data and data analysis. When it comes to my experience as a instructor of airmen at the Aviano Airmen Leadership School in Italy, where I was there for 2.5 years, that was right up our alley. We utilized data analysis to aid us in everything, it seemed. We would utilize both outgoing and incoming surveys to ask the students about the building, everything from how they arrived, everything on station as far as if they came in from another installation, how their housing was, how we did as a base, and as they were leaving, the more pertinent questions about how the staff was, how we were as instructors, and everything to that nature. So a few questions were asked throughout all that, so I'm going to try to compact it all into the data analysis first. The data analysis, we utilized most of it when I first got there was through a website built in for the school, through the Barnes Center, which is the overarching school for all the enlisted professional military education. Through the Barnes Center, we would input our data, student scores, if it was not a formative or summative test, that those would automatically go in after we reported it. The information that we got out of that would come after the fact for the students, and it would also tell us how well we were doing in certain subjects as an instructor, and then it would also tell us what we could improve on or what we may have actually been too good at compared to the whole entire instructor corps in the Air Force, and then the history of the school that we were instructing at, and then finally how you are against the current instructors right now. So obviously that gave us a lot of insight. As far as databases go, at first, like I said before, it was through the Barnes Center, but then eventually, as I was leaving, we utilized Canvas as well, and those would give us, information as far as what the student scores were, and again, how we could do better on certain subjects. The spreadsheets, though, mostly we utilize the spreadsheets for just in-house stuff. Like we also put on a banquet for the students at the end of the course, and so most of my experience with the spreadsheets were just retrieving it from the website that everybody used to log into to select their meals and things like that. Sometimes we did utilize spreadsheets as I was leaving, to create pretty much everything for the students, as far as it would automatically input everything to make their student name placards, to the pamphlet, what we gave to them to hold on to at dinner and stuff like that. That would show the night's events. So yeah, getting back to the data though, the data was extremely useful, and really that helps a lot as far as how to go back to do something that you did 4 or 5 weeks ago, and then with only just like a week in between each class starting, to hone those skills to make it better. The best data is collected data, and the authors, Jonason et al. Said in the Handbook of the Research on Education, pretty much this in their analysis of the adaptive learning environment. And through data captured by the student information, analyzing it, selecting the content and presenting it, we can then make better use of our technologies. And obviously that's what this whole class is about, and a lot of the chapters that we read before is taking this technology that we have and utilizing it to the best of our abilities, not only for us as instructors, but mainly for the students to be able to learn. And then obviously making better use of our technologies, and then selecting the most accurate learning model to use to take this data and put it to good use is really what those authors are talking about. Now, personally, I haven't utilized that raw data that my students needed to use, but if I had to, I definitely would, because I used it myself. And all of this kind of got me thinking about how, as a Christian and the Christian worldview, what and why does this even correlate to my belief and how to utilize data. And it brought me to Proverbs 1:1, and it talks about the Proverbs of Solomon, King Solomon, and son of David, king of Israel. And it says, to know wisdom and instruction, to understand words of insight, to receive instruction is wise dealing and righteousness, justice and quality, to give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning, and the one who understands obtain guidance. That's a beautiful way of saying data is very useful, and that we need to listen to the people who know more, and they should be the ones that are guiding us. And in a nutshell, that's what being a teacher is, a curriculum developer, a system administrator, and all that. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great week.